Hi everyone, we just wanted to put together a short presentation for you all, just to share some information on an amazing activator that is making waves in the equine world that we have been introduced to. So my name is Jen Atkinson and I am from Middlemarch, New Zealand. I have been around horses all my life and barrel racing is my passion. I have 6 New Zealand national titles and I've done that on 3 different horses. I am also a barrel racing coach and I run clinics throughout the country. So it is my absolute honour to have my very good friend Robin Hughes join me today. Rob is here from Australia, although she's still Kiwi through and through in my eyes. She's someone that I hold in very high regard as a top horsewoman. And she's been an awesome coach and trainer and has taught from beginners right through to Olympic riders. I've also had the pleasure of having Rob as my coach. Robin is also a very talented sports massage and kinesiology therapist, both for equine and human. And we are both distributors with LifeVantage, which is where we've come across this amazing product. And it's really just one that I think is too good not to share with everyone. So we have seen some great results, especially in our equine family. And speaking of those results, Rob, could you share Prinny's story, please?
Oh, sure. Thanks, Jen. So Prinny is my 41-year-old show jumping mare who's now retired, obviously. She lives in the North Island of New Zealand with my sister in Russell, and she looks after her for me while I'm here in Australia. Prinny has had poor health, lost lots of weight, and not looking her very best or feeling her very best. So we got the vet out and he said that it's her time. On discussion with my sister, we decided that we were going to try her on Protandim Nrf2 activator. We had nothing to lose. So we fenced her off. She lives in a really huge paddock. We fenced her off on the flat, gave her 2 Protandim a day. The first week, Prinny was walking around a little bit stiff, but she was walking. The second week, she was walking really well and perhaps trotting just here and there. The third and fourth week, she became extremely restless, so my sister popped her out on the whole paddock and she cantered up the side of the hill. So when I flew back home, I came and saw Princess and I called her name and she galloped down the hill, skidded right in front of me, put her head on my chest, and we just had a moment. So we both kind of cried a little bit and I was just so rapt that she was feeling so good. She had put on weight, her eye was bright, her skin was beautiful and clear. She didn't have, her hair had been falling out. You could see the patches growing back. She was feeling really good. So she's been on it now for 6 months and her coat is shiny. She plays with the young horses. She is exceptionally well. The vet's come out and he doesn't know how it was possible that this horse went from being this horse to that horse. So after discussing Protandim Nrf2 activated with him, he is now one of the best advocates for the product in New Zealand. So there you go.
Awesome. So yeah, it was actually after hearing Rob's testimony with Prinny that my interest definitely got piqued. So my daughter's 25-year-old horse Shaq had really come out of the winter poorly. He was also showing his age. He'd lost a lot of muscle condition. He had lost a lot of weight and he was just looking really dull and he was very lethargic. So I decided to try him on the Protandim and his turnaround probably took about a month and he had started really gaining weight again. He was looking bright in the eye. He was bouncing around the paddock like a 9-year-old instead of a 25-year-old. And my vet even commented when he came up to do his routine dental work on how well he was looking for his age. So After that, I decided to try my barrel horse, my main barrel horse on the product. Now, he was a horse that was actually in his prime, had no health issues whatsoever. But I know barrel racing can be pretty demanding on our horses' bodies. And I thought, well, if this product can help him feel better for longer and keep his body just in tip-top shape, then that was going to be good in my eyes. So I have been super impressed with the results I've seen on him. Probably the first thing I noticed, again, it was possibly about a month in, was just his muscle tone and muscle definition had really started to come out as such. He also had a lot more stamina, in my opinion. So in his barrel race previously, he would have really explosive speed for most of the run, but there were parts of it that he would peter out. Now he was giving me that whole speed for the whole entire time, which was awesome, because that basically equated to me and him going to the pay window a few more times. So that was awesome. And the third thing was just how he handled the travelling. Obviously, we put up a lot of Ks in a season, and he handled the travelling amazing. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm just going to share the screen and go through a few more things, because I thought that might be the easiest way to do it. Oops, bear with me for a minute. There we go. Cool. So just before we start, I'd like to just say that LifeVantage has not done studies with Protandim on horses at this stage, and therefore make no claims to heal, cure, prevent, mitigate, or diagnose any disease. The Protandim formula is patented to help maintain overall good health in all mammals. So Rob, I know when I was first introduced to this product, I had no idea what oxidative stress was. In fact, I had never heard of it. Could you just let us explain a little more, please, on what it actually is and how we recognise it in our horses?
Well, I was a bit like you too, Jen. I didn't know what oxidative stress was either. But I do understand now that it is an imbalance between the free radicals and antioxidants in the horse's body. This can also lead to cell and tissue damage. So when our horses are young, this balance is pretty much perfect. So if you've noticed the foals and the yearlings, they jump around the paddock, they're energized, they play together, they sleep well, everything about them allows us to understand that they have the capacity to rejuvenate these cells quickly. So however, as our horses age and other factors considered, these perfect cells are attacked by oxidative stress, which is an accumulation of free radicals within the cell of the horse. And rejuvenation of these cells becomes extremely difficult and very limited. So Nrf2 is a protein that's found in the body of the horse that is released to combat and reduce the presence of oxidative stress. Yes, so that's absolutely amazing.
Oh, cool. So what actually causes our horses to get oxidative stress?
Okay, so there are things like the intensive exercise and training programs that we institute with our horses throughout all disciplines of riding. The nutritional choices regarding their feeding regime, and also a really important one is the quality of feed that we administer to our horses. Also the quality of grass that they eat and the hay that we feed our horses. The environmental conditions, are we rugging them too much? The weather conditions, do we give them enough shade, shelter and water? The impact of stress that we place on our horses by not preparing them well enough for an event or for travel, and getting them fit enough for whatever we expect them to accomplish within whatever genre of horse activity we do. And also, horses get injured, we get the vet out, they prescribe medications, we administer those medications, and we wonder often what the effect of these medications have within the horse's body systems. Also, just simple genetics and their age.
Cool. So can you tell me what this activator is and what it's actually made up of.
Okay, so we're speaking about Protandim Nrf2 activator. And I know that Washington State University describes this product as the most extraordinary therapeutic and preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. So Protandim activator and the results that we see stem from its ability to activate the Nrf2 pathway. Protandim Nrf2 synergizer contains 5 ingredients which we know are completely natural and formulated specifically to give us 18 times more effectiveness than if we feed these ingredients on their own. So it's an extremely powerful product. So we have milk thistle. Now, milk thistle is used for detoxification and assists in the protection of the liver. We have bocapa, suited for overall strengthening, supports joint mobility, strengthens the memory, supports concentration, and balances emotion. We have ashwagandha that raises the metabolism, stimulates digestion, improves circulation, and also helps detoxify. We have green tea extract, which assists in treating numerous health issues, regulates blood sugar, promotes digestion, and improves the mental processes. And here's one that we already know is turmeric. So the active cumin is known to have a wide range of biological effects and provides healthy response to inflammation. So when Nrf2 is activated, it enters the nucleus and turns on several hundred genes. And these genes are known collectively as survival genes. So I guess a broad definition of survival genes, we have the antioxidant enzyme, which consists of SOD, catalyst, and glutathione for the immune system. The anti-inflammatory gene, which obviously fights the process of inflammation. Anti-fibrotic gene, which fights the process of scar formation. And these genes enable cells to survive in the face of several different kinds of stress, but especially, as we know, oxidative stress. So what I love about this product is that it is not supplementation. It is activating that inbuilt pathway, the inbuilt Nrf2 pathway.
That's awesome, Rob. So I guess some of the other benefits that can be seen with this product is obviously we've talked about it reducing oxidative stress. It aids in the repair and rejuvenation of cells, has the capacity to boost general health, aids in the increase of stamina, energy and endurance, increases glutathione for a healthy immune system, faster muscle recovery, and I guess the one we've all seen with just about every horse is the better skin and coat. So they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, and this is my horse, my main barrel horse here. And even I was surprised at how big a difference there actually was with his before photos and 5 months later. So as you can see, his muscle tone is just there. He's got a real shine to his coat, which is quite a major for a grey. It's one of those, as we all know, it can be hard to get a shine on a grey. And he's just basically a picture of health. The other biggest thing that I have found the product has helped us with this season is just his recovery from the travel. So we put over 10,500 kilometres on the clock this year during our season. And one of those weekends we did a back-to-back rodeos in the North and South Island. So on the Saturday we were competing in Kiki and the Waikato, and then we basically drove through the night, had approximately 22 hours worth of travel, and pulled up at the next rodeo the following afternoon to compete that afternoon. So, and that was in Waimate. And he basically got off the float, he warmed up awesome, there wasn't any stiffness, there was no swelling at all, and he went out and he placed at both those rodeos that weekend for me. So yeah, definitely impressed with it. Rob, would you like to share a little bit about Princess, please?
Okay, so here's Princess. We have already talked about her earlier in the presentation, but these are my grandchildren and they get to spend time with her. and they just absolutely adore her. They climb all over her, they sit on her, like all four of them all at once. They ride her with nothing on, no halter, no bridle, no saddle. They just all clamber on the fence and jump on her, and she just takes them for a ride around the bottom of the paddock. So I can't express enough how good this Protandim Nrf2 activator has done for her in her more mature, more wise age. So I'm very grateful for it indeed.
Yeah, and she's certainly looking very sharp for a 41-year-old, I must say. So the product itself is actually really quite simple to administer. And the beauty of it is your horse doesn't need to be sick or injured before you actually feed it to them. You know, there are lots of healthy horses benefiting from it as well. So I personally just feed it with a handful of feed and with the pill whole. And the reason I do that is I just want to do that so that they don't spill any onto the ground and that I know they've actually taken it. So there are another couple of ways. If you do have any fussy horses, we can either use a syringe with some warm water and honey and crush the tablet up into that, or some people also hide it in treats. So what I've done personally for Methvin at least anyway is, that's my main barrel horse, his maintenance dose was 1 tablet a day. And then when I had a competition coming up, I would start doubling that to 2 a couple of days before the competition. He would stay on the double dose throughout the competition, and then I would still leave him on that double dose 2 days the other side, and then he would go back to his maintenance dose. And that's just what I found really worked for him. So Rob, I'll leave this one to you.
So we have spoken about Nrf2 and how its purpose is to reduce oxidative stress. But there are 2 other products that go beautifully with Nrf2, and let's have a little chat about them. So I like to call these the 3 pillars, and I'm finding that my clients are using these products more and more with their horses as they understand the value of the synergy of all 3. So Nrf1, Protandim Nrf1 activator, is specifically formulated to take care of the mitochondria health. So the vast majority of our energy is happening within the mitochondria. And I like to call the mitochondria cell the powerhouse cell. So it's responsible for mitochondrial turnover. So as the mitochondria are starting to decay, we want to remove damaged mitochondria from the cell and replace these with new ones. So Nrf1 is also responsible for the making of new mitochondria within the cell. The maintaining the balance of good bacteria in our horse's gut is important to maintain good mental and physical health also. So the ProBio is combined with clinically proven Wellmune to encourage optimal immune system health. The LifeVantage ProBio uses controlled release technology to deliver live probiotics deep into the intestinal tract. Its natural potency of probiotics support the journey of uncovering a healthier horse. So all these 3 combined together make it the ultimate for your horse's health.
Awesome. And I guess at the end of the day, that's what we're all after. So when I know one of the things that I loved about the product was the fact that it was natural, but it also had the actual scientific studies to back it up. So Protandim itself has over 30 peer-reviewed studies by some very well-renowned and respected universities and institutions. So we've got Ohio State, Johns Hopkins University, the American Heart Association, Washington State University, just to name a few. And the thing is, these are all completely independent for LifeVantage. So there are over 340 studies with horses and oxidative stress, and you can find them by going to pubmed.gov. And the beauty of that is, I guess we've just found out how well this product helps to reduce oxidative stress. So that really is pretty cool in my books. So just like to thank you all for joining us. I'm just going to stop sharing for a sec. There we go. Rob, over to you.
So Jen, I've just got one question for you because I forgot to ask you it when we were going through. Does Protandim Nrf2 activator and does feeding this product to your horse, do you think it gives you a competitive edge?
Yeah, I'd have to say it definitely does. It's just the fact that he's feeling so good, and like I mentioned earlier, that explosive speed that he's giving me for the whole entire run is basically equating to putting, you know, getting that competitive edge. So yeah, definitely have to say it does.
Oh, thanks, Jen, and thank you so much for everyone for joining us. Look, I can't be more grateful to be able to be part of this company of LifeVantage, and I believe that it's an outstanding company that remains on the cutting edge of science, and through their dedication and continuous efforts, bring us these amazing, outstanding products.
Cool. So we hope this presentation was both educational and informative for you all, and we hope you got something to take home from it. So if you would like any more information on anything that's been discussed within the presentation, just get back to the person that shared it with you, and they'll be more than happy to help you out in that way. So thank you very much once again. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and we will see you later.
Bye.